Okay, so yesterday we were solving area of a triangle and we had drawings of triangles. Now this time we do not have drawings, we just have information, but we still know our formula so we can solve it. What is the formula for area of a triangle? Alex.
Area equals 1/2 times base times height.
Okay, so we have area equals 1/2 base times height. So when I bring down 1/2, what am I going to write? 0.5, because I always like to switch it over to a decimal. And then I'm going to times it by my base, which my base is 14, and my height is 20. So now, and you are clear to use your calculator,
140.
you are going to times 0.5 times 14 times 20. Okay, so area equals 140 meters squared. And I have to say meters and I have to say squared because this is a two-dimensional object. One thing I want you to keep in your head is that every time you times by 0.5, you're dividing your number by 2. Timesing by 0.5 and dividing by 2 is the same thing. Okay? Let's move on to area of a circle. So area of a circle, my formula is A equals, say it with me, pi r squared. What does the r stand for? Radius. Now right now on number 7, they are showing me my diameter. How am I going to find the radius? The diameter goes all the way across the circle. The radius goes halfway. How am I going to figure it out? I'm going to cut it in half. So from here to here is my radius. And so if that is half of it, then what is my radius? 5. Okay, so my radius is 5. So now I'm going to write down pi. What is pi? 3.14 times r, which r is 5 squared. Okay, now underneath it, I'm going to start solving, and I'm going to use order of operations. According to order of operations, what am I going to do first here?
Multiplication.
No. Exponents. So I'm going to go 5 squared first. And I'm going to go 5 times 5. The 2 tells me that's 2 5s. 5 times 5 is? 25. Bring down your 3.14 and times it by 25. So now use your calculator and times 3.14 times 25. And I ended up with
78.5.
And what is my label? Feet squared. And I always drop down A equals and I box it. 78.5 feet squared. Okay, and now I'm ready to come over and do my other circle. I'm going to follow the same formula. So I'm going to write that down. A equals, say it out loud so you can start memorizing it. Pi r squared. The area of a circle is pi r squared. Okay? So once again, I'm going to drop down pi. What is pi? 3.14 times r. What is r?
3.
In this case, it's 3. And bring down your square. And remember, order of operations, am I going to multiply first or exponents first? Exponents. 3 squared is?
9.
9. And keep that in your head. 3 times 3. And bring down your times 3.14. Use your calculator to solve it.
28.6 feet.
A equals 28.26 inches squared. box that as your final answer. And let's move on to parallelograms. With a parallelogram, once again, I'm following a formula. Area equals base times height. So write down your formula. Area equals base times height. Now remember, the base always is going to be splitting, let's see. A lot of times it's at the bottom. Sometimes it'll be at the top. You might have to turn your shape to see it. Okay? But it's wherever your height starts from. And then it goes up to the top. Okay, so in this case, my base is 2 1/3 times my height, 2 1/2. Do you know how to multiply mixed numbers? How do I do it? What am I going to have to do first if I'm going to multiply them?
Common denominators.
No. No. Improper fractions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to times, and I'm going to add and turn these into impropers. So 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is
7.
7 over 3 times, and then over here I'm going to multiply and I'm going to add. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is
5.
And bring down my 2. And now I have 2 improper fractions, so I'm ready to multiply them and solve this. So now I'm going to go 7 times 5 is 35. 3 times 2 is
6.
And then before I'm done, I need to turn it back into a mixed number and simplify if needed. So I say to myself, how many times will 6 go to 35?
5.
And I'm hearing 5. So 5 is my whole number.
5 and 5.
5 times 6 is 30. So I subtract that from the 35 to find out how many I have left over.
5.
Which is 5,
6.
6. Can 5, 6 get any smaller?
No.
No. So my area is 5. Oh, I wrote that funny. 5 and 5/6 inches square.
Hey, how come the erasing wrong? How it's not one big circle?
I don't know. I think it's because I'm in Adobe. Okay, let's go to number 10 so we can solve this one using that same formula. What's the formula for area of a parallelogram?
A equals
Say it with me. Base times height. Base times height. Okay, BH. So what is my base on this one?
12 feet.
12 feet. So I write 12, and my height is 4. Go ahead and solve that. This might be the easiest one on the page. 48 feet squared.
That was easy.
Now these will be easy as long as you know the formula. If you don't know the formula, then you don't know where to begin. So do you need to make sure and memorize these formulas? Yes. Okay, let's move on to area of a trapezoid. This one is more complicated just because it has more numbers to figure out, but it's not any harder. So let's write down our formula first. Area equals 1/2 times the height, parentheses, base 1 plus base 2, parentheses. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fill in all the information, and then I'm going to use order of operations to solve it. So first of all, my half, what am I going to bring that down as? 0.5 times, what's the height? 6. Remember, my height goes from one base to the top. And then I'm going to put a parentheses. Base 1 is 4. Base 2 is 10. And now I have my problem all set up and I'm ready to use order of operations to solve it. According to order of operations, am I going to be multiplying first or doing parentheses first?
Parentheses.
Parentheses. Okay? 4 plus 10 is?
14.
So bring that down and then bring everything else down. Remember my funnel? I'm getting it into a funnel. All right, so now according to order of operations, what shall I do? Multiply from left to right. So you are welcome to use your calculator. 0.5 times 6 times 14. What did you come up with?
42
Area equals 42
meters squared.
meters squared. And since I didn't give you a line to write this one on, let's box our final answer. Question?
What is that line going down the?
Like right here?
Yeah.
That's so we know the height. So the height on the parallelogram goes from base 1 to base 2.
So you're
Okay.
just chopping that end off.
Yes, because I don't want to measure from here up to here because that's not going to give me a good representation. I have to go from the bottom of base to the top of the base.
Okay. Did you write all the problems?
I'm solving these as I go.
No, I mean, like, did you do any other stuff? Like,
Yeah, we did it yesterday. It's on the video from yesterday. So if you, by the way, so if you need the questions that were prior to this, they're part 1 video.
that's not what I had.
Okay? All right, so let's do area equals, what's the formula for trapezoid? Say it with me.
1/2
1/2 times height, parentheses, base 1 plus base 2, parentheses. And now I'm going to go through and I'm going to start just filling in the information. If you're like me, I feel like formulas are a recipe and they're just fun to do. I just have to go and find the information, plug them in, solve it. Okay? So I'm going to bring down my half and change it into 0.5 times height, 4. And we know that 4 is it because it goes from base 1 to base 2. Okay? And then I'm going to do parentheses. Base 1 is? Base 2 is?
8.
Okay, and then parentheses. I have it all set up and I'm ready to solve. According to order of operations, what will I do first? Parentheses. 6 plus 8 is? 14. And bring everything else down. So times 4 times 0.5. Now, by the way, when I went from this row to this row, I had my parentheses here. But then when I came down, I wrote 4 times. Why did I write a times right here?
Because you wouldn't have, the 14 would just be, like, it wouldn't have no purpose. So you have to have multiplication.
Yeah, but how do I know that I can put a multiplication sign there?
If you have a number close to parentheses, that means you're multiplying.
Exactly. When I have a number next to parentheses, I know I'm going to multiply it. So when I took away that parentheses, I had to add in the multiplication sign. So I remembered I'm multiplying. Okay, so now I'm going to multiply from left to right. So go ahead and do that. 0.5 times 4 times 14.
28
And area equals 28
inches squared.
inches squared.
Amazing.
Box your final answer. And now I've just solved that formula.
Now we're going on to 3.
And I believe we are on to our last one of volume.
This one's fun.
It is fun. Okay, what do you notice about this shape compared to the other shapes on the other page?
It's 3-dimensional.
It's
like 3D.
it's 3-dimensional, it's a cube, right? So it's not exactly a cube because not all the sides are the same. What would it be called? Does anybody know? No? What's the name of this?
Rectangular prism.
Rectangular prism. Okay, so when I'm finding area, I have a flat object. It's just one-sided. Think of like your desk or your paper on your desk. Okay, it's just flat.
Yes.
And
Xbox over there.
yeah, anything that's flat. Okay, and we're only going to do just the length and the width. So it's 2-dimensional. But when I do volume, I'm taking it and making it come